we've got millions of board feet in stock that you can get from us on a drop of a dime. You call and say, I want 10,000 feet, we have it. I was a masonry contractor. A guy called me one time and asked me if I'd be interested in building bleachers. Took it as a joke. I didn't think it was serious at all, and made a little bit of money, and well, it was a lot less intense than the skilled labor. We were able to just use general labor, so we started phasing out the masonry and got in the used bleacher business. It was at the right time. Daytona was in the middle of the Daytona Rising project. Was a major project. I had no idea what I was up against. It was totally winging it. I just remember walking up on that job and thinking, I need a bigger boat. I mean, it was just so big. I mean, you know, it was 3/4 of a mile long, 200 foot tall, 66 rows, elevated 12 feet. At the end of the deal, I purchased Daytona for $2 million, and I paid to have it tore down. And it was very expensive, and it took a lot of effort. We ended up putting up probably 10 other tracks across the country. Then we went and tore down the NFL Hall of Fame, Ole Miss. It just seemed like they just started coming out of the woodwork. Hey, nice and neat, nice and neat. We've assembled a team that they very seldom need to be told what to do once they've been given a direction. If the galvanizing's worth 80 years, that stuff's gonna be here longer than I'm alive, longer than my child's alive, and probably his child. None of this product here will be thrown in the trash. It's gonna be reused, repurposed. You gotta find a way to fund any kind of demolition, you know, in a salvage manner, and you're taking all the money. You know, there's nothing left. So now it's just labor, spending money, and I'm already deeper in hell in it, you know. When we found out it's all welded, oh my God, I mean, it just adds 20% more work. What I'm trying to do right now is open a hole for a crane. When I get a crane sitting here, then I can reach out 150 feet, clear out, and then I'll cut the concrete, do it again, you know. Because we'll have to cut the concrete, knock it out of the way, set us a pad so we can continue to keep on going. This will be a tricky son of a bitch, that's for sure. Yeah. I love him to death. He's definitely trying his best to grow up and become a man. He still has a lot of kid ways that sometimes I get a little bit bent out of shape, and maybe I shouldn't get so upset, but definitely he upsets me from time to time. You just cut that cord right now. Pay attention to what you're doing, man. It's got a screw in it down here. Oh, he's going to get it. What we're going to do is build a slide, a chute for all the big units that's on top, so we don't have to hand carry it all the way to the ground. We can just throw it on the aluminum, it'll slide all the way down and into the baskets that we have over there on that trailer right over there. And those are repurposed cucumber crates from a farmer down the road. We had to hand carry everything down. Man, it'd take forever. Most certainly. Now I need a couple of these hoods. Like I need two and a fan, or two fans for a deal I got working in Florida, and it'll be good for both of us, I promise. We range anywhere from 50 to 80% of new. When you're talking about $1 million project, if you get it for 80% of new, You know, that's $200,000 savings no matter how you look at it. Came to me with this dilapidated old track. It's just was in bad shape. Said he wanted the wow factor. What we're doing is we're taking a lot of the items from here at the Rock and we're creating him 2 big VIP suites with some party decks and about 180, 200 feet of 15-row bleachers, state of the art, and a big control tower with a suite underneath. And it's going to be one of a kind. There'll be no others. And the cool thing is, we're going to call it a Frankenstand because it's going to have a mixture of Rockingham, Michigan, Homestead, and the big old columns that you see underneath the control tower are all from Daytona. Camera adds 10 pounds. You're gonna be big as a house.
Sometimes he come up with some ideas that he just put on a piece of paper, sometimes in a piece of napkin, and we have to go through a lot of details, you know, with some crazy drawings.
You need whatever that piece that comes over here to connect meets dead center here in the notch, all right?
Well, sometimes it make me get upset, you know, but it's cool to work for him because he got so many ideas, and those ideas becomes like a challenge for me to make it look, you know, the way he wanted. And let me tell you, he is very crazy.
You know, we got 18-foot beams that are going to come across, so we'll put another one here to connect the 2 18-footers, and then whatever it is on the ends is what it'll be.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Okay. Then the steps coming down. Right?
Yeah, the steps coming down. We got to figure that out, figure out the handicap ramp.
Okay.
This is going to be a hell of a handicap ramp.
Handicap ramp.
A handicap ramp, yeah. Well, it's going to be 130 feet long. That's a hell of a fucking handicap ramp.
Charles has the ideas to take a track, even a small track, do something totally different, and bring people in for something other than just drag racing. I mean, drag racing's there, of course, but you know, we've got some things coming that's going to be really mind-blowing for a track this size.
Scam call. I think the old man had too much to drink last night, so it's almost noon and he ain't here. But luckily for these guys, they kind of look to me as a leader. They look to me for guidance, leadership, you know, all those traits that I possess so humbly. 11:53, look who's finally showing up. Hey, right on time for lunch too. Came in just in time for lunch, huh?
You just smashed them freaking hamburgers all to hell, man. What the f? Hey, gotta clean that up. Here, clean that up. What the fuck using a spoon, man? Look there. Use a spatula. Man, dude, do you see what I'm dealing with, honestly?
Smells like shit because it is shit, ain't it? That's the shit. And then he wants me to get down there and play around in it.
When are y'all gonna try to set the poles on the concession stand? Like the two that's missing, okay, because they're gonna pour them.
We'll have that done tomorrow.
We need to walk over and look at that thing too, if you got a minute.
We need to look at that.
All right. Nowadays, you cannot sit here and build a track and watch cars go up and down the track and people sit in a stand with nothing extra to do. You've got to find something else to bring people in. The entertainment's great, but if you take a normal bracket race on a normal month, normal week, you know, people come in, they sit there, you got a concession stand, you got bleachers, you got cars. It's all good and fine, but you're not going to get people coming and going. So you've got to find a niche and you've got to do something different. So put tables. Yeah, I got you.
This is your bar, so right around in here, so you want to, come square back here, then they can have your drinks or whatever in here. And need to expand, and we add 2 wings to this.
Yeah.
Well, now we've already got stair units for the additions.
I got you.
And I mean,
well, if this gets out of line, my racers sitting there, they're going to freak out. I'm already having a lot of disaster right now with the situation because I got people calling, is this race going to happen? What are we doing? I mean, we're behind. So, what, I mean, we're going to make it or not?
If we have to bring in more people, we will.
Well, we're going to have to, because I got to get this thing going. Things are getting down to the nitty gritty. We've got races lined up. We got people paid that are supposed to be here, and Charles has got to perform. I wish things could have gone faster, but it's part of construction. It takes time. Dealing with building department, engineers, architects takes time. Those guys work on their own time, and that's the way things are, So that's one thing that's got us behind. But I got confidence in Charles. He hasn't let me down so far, and hopefully we'll be ready to go here on opening date at the end of February, 1st of March.
We've been having setback after setback with engineers and architects, and it's just been kind of a nightmare trying to get decisions made, and now we got us a path to move forward, and we're going to have to move very quickly to make it happen. We've got a deadline looming, and it's going to happen one way or another. These are 2 foot by 19 inches. They're 44 foot tall. The vertical or the horizontal that's going across there, this 44 feet long. They're just massive, massive beams that were used in the construction at Daytona. I bought a manufacturing facility just to get more economical. And this is what we build. We build 5-row stands that are in a modular fashion that we can continue to add boxes underneath, and another 5-row, and another 5-row, and another 5-row. So this is showing a 10-row, because if we put a 5-row in front, then this makes 10 rows, and you just keep going up 5 rows at a time. Some of the things that I find really interesting of what we do is the odd things that I hoard and hold back. But one of the things that I, for some reason, decided to hold on to was these glass windows that came out of Bill Francis' suite. When we were tearing down the back stretch at Daytona, they came to me and they said, listen, we're going to be doing some demo on the front stretch, and anything you can get out of there, you're more welcome to have. So I sent a bunch of men over there, and we went through every suite, and I salvaged as much stuff as I possibly can, and these windows were something that we salvaged. It's something as dumb as a window, but it's going to work really cool here, because these things are almost 15 feet long, 5 feet wide, and they're going to go in the openings of that big old tower out back there. And I mean, these would probably cost $7,000 or $8,000 a piece. They're 1 inch thick, and they're just an unreal piece of glass. Kind of silly to be talking about glass like it's cool, but when it comes from Bill Francis' suite, it's pretty cool. They're putting the roof on one of the party decks, getting closer and closer to the deadline. I know it's going to bring Kevin a lot of ease seeing the roofs on these, because it puts us really close to the finish line on these, but good to see the roofs going on, that's for sure. So some of the material we used here came from Homestead, all of the floor units, floor joists, they were stringers at Homestead. These stair units right here, they came from the NFL Hall of Fame when I tore it down. The columns, they came from Homestead as well. The roof steel itself is brand new, but the Z-girts came from Rockingham on this unit in particular. Nothing more exciting than seeing a packed house and a happy customer. All I can say is I'm proud. Proud of my men, proud of this whole place. It's pretty amazing what we accomplished.
From what I see here, the old track out here, the bleachers look like high school bleachers, and the new ones here are just fantastic.
You're paying for a wonderful event, but now you're able to see this event, and everybody has got a bird's eye view on the track.
Great place, plenty of room, bring your family out, have your friends out here and, enjoy your time.
Where it was when we began here, just a big old dirty mess, that to what it is today, it's just a complete change. People will talk about this across the country.
How something becomes from zero to something really big like what it is right now.
Every single person that I've passed through this weekend has mentioned just the astonishing changes that they see and how excited they are to travel 3.5 hours plus just to be here.
We took something here that was nothing, and we between Charles, myself, his ideas, we created something I'm very proud of.
Go to facilities where they have the old wooden bleachers and stuff, and we just make it awesome. And so we want to come and trick your track.